Hello, everyone. My name is Coriella, and I will be discussing the first part of our topic, which is about media literacy. If you have your books with you, you can flip the pages to page number 105 to 118. Okay, so media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, television, radio, internet, newspapers, magazines, books, billboards, video games, and music. It is essential for students to understand complex messages rather, received from various sources and develop thinking skills. So, media literacy are included in educational standards in language arts, social studies, health, science, and other subjects. It aims to enhance students' understanding of mass media, its techniques, and their impact on reality, enabling them to create media products. So, why does media literacy aims to enhance students' understanding of mass media, its techniques, and their impact on reality, enabling them to create media products? So, media literacy aims to enhance students' understanding of mass media, its techniques, and their impact on reality to foster critical thinking, informed decision making, and reasonable media engagement. So, by analyzing and questioning media content, students learn to identify bias and avoid manipulation. So, this understanding empowers them to create their own media products, promoting ethical and responsible use. So, in addition, media literacy equips students to verify information and combat misinformation. So, preparing them to navigate the media landscape as informed and engaged citizens. So, for example, a high school student, Alex, frequently uses social media and reads online news. Through media literacy education, he learns to critically analyze content, checking sources and verifying facts. When he encounters a sensational health article, he identifies its lack of scientific backing and recognizes the use of emotional language to attract clicks. This critical approach helps Alex to avoid misinformation and make informed decisions. Additionally, he applies these skills to create accurate and reliable media projects for school, contributing positively to class discussions. So this example shows that media literacy is essential for understanding and evaluating media content accurately. It emphasizes the importance of critical thinking and verifying information to avoid being misled. So, moreover, it illustrates how media literacy enables individuals to produce trustworthy and responsible media, encouraging informed and conscientious um, participation in the information age. Media literacy concepts. So, first, it is the ability to critically assess the accuracy and validity of information transmitted by the mass media and produce information through various forms. So, media literacy involves the capacity to critically evaluate the accuracy and reliability of information communicated by mass media sources. It also includes the skill to create and share information effectively using the different media formats. So, this capability empowers individuals to navigate the media landscape discerningly, distinguishing between trustworthy and misleading content while contributing responsibly to media discourse. So, the second one is also known as media education. It is the ability to realize that all kinds of media show a representation of reality rather. So just like what I've said earlier, it refers to the concept that media in its various forms such as television, internet, newspapers, and social media presents a constructed version of events, ideas, and perspectives rather than an object reality. Media education emphasizes understanding that what is portrayed through media is often influenced by factors like editorial decisions, commercial interests, and cultural biases. Therefore, being media literate involves recognizing that media content is not always a direct reflection of truth, but a uh, mediated representation shaped by these influences. This awareness allows individuals to approach media content critically, questioning its accuracy, context, and underlying messages. So, third, it is the process of accessing, decoding, evaluating, analyzing, and creating both print and electronic media by After Hyde in 1993. It's about effectively navigating and critically engaging with various forms of media to make informed decisions and contribute meaningfully to media content. So the fourth one is it depicts experience of reading texts and designing hypertext made possible through technology by Hobbs 2007. So hypertext is a text displayed on a digital device that includes links to other texts, allowing users to navigate between related information by clicking on highlighted words or images. This interactive features facilitates non-linear reading experiences, enabling users to access and explore information in flexible and dynamic way. Hypertexts form the basis of many websites, digital documents, and online resources, enhancing how users navigate and retrieve information online. Fifth, it pertains to understanding how to use today's technology, how to operate equipment, use various softwares, and explore the internet. And sixth, as a 21st century approach to education, media literacy builds understanding of the role of media in society, as well as the essential skills of inquiry and self expression necessary for democratic citizens. In modern education, students explore current events through diverse media sources. For example, they analyze how different news outlets cover the same story, learning to assess credibility and understanding media influence. So, this approach fosters critical thinking and prepares students to engage actively in democratic society. So, it represents response to the complexity of the So next, it represents response to the complexity of the ever-changing electronic event and communication channel. Because as the years goes by, our technology improves, and each year we could possibly hear that a new technology is being released, like smartphones or watches, like that, etc., etc. So eighth, critical evaluation of media requires the ability to analyze and disseminate various features to others. 9. It is about teaching critical media management strategies, including ICTs in school and learning centers. So 10, it includes the ability to perform effective internet searches, awareness and respect of intellectual property and copyright law, and the ability to identify truth from the fake news. Roles of media literacy. It becomes easy to create media, however, it is difficult to know the creator of this, his or her reason, and its credibility. Specifically, it helps individuals to, first, learn to think critically. When people evaluate media, they decide if the messages make sense, including the key ideas, before being convinced on the information that they get from. Second, become a smart consumer of products and information. Media tool literacy helps individuals to learn how to determine whether something is credible, especially the advertising, before they can be persuaded with the product on sale. Third, recognize point of view. Identify an author's RAPA. Individuals appreciate different ideas in the context of what they already know. Fourth, create media responsibly. Recognizing one's ideas and appropriately expressing one's thoughts lead to effective communication. Fifth, identify the role of media in our culture. Media conveys something, shapes understanding of the world, and makes an individual to act or think in certain ways. So the roles of media literacy are important because they empower individuals to critically analyze and navigate the vast amount of information and media messages encountered daily. Media literacy fosters informed decision making, helps identify biases and misinformation, promotes responsible media consumption, and prepares individuals to participate actively and responsibly in a digital society. These skills are crucial for navigating the complexities of modern media environments and promoting a well informed and engaged citizenry.
Good morning, everyone. I am Shelly F. Kadungog, and I will be discussing four subtopics, which are social media, types of social media websites, media and information literacy, and aspects of MIL. So, social media. Social media is a term that describes websites to connect people and involve user generated content, which is the hallmark of a social media site. So I believe that most of us are very familiar to social media because we are using this right now, right? Such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, um, TikTok, and many more. So there are different types of social media websites and the ways of using them to reach the target audience. So the first one is social media news websites. This media entails users to submit links to web content like articles, podcasts, videos, etc. that they find interesting, such as dig, Reddit, and stumble upon. So other social media news websites examples are CNN, Yahoo, the New York Times, Digital Trends, BuzzFeed, and many more. This media where we can see news articles, okay? News articles. So the next one is social media networking websites. So it depicts ability to upload a personal profile that usually connects with other people, such as LinkedIn and Facebook. So these sites serve as avenue for meeting people and developing relationships that can lead to joint venture partnerships, career opportunities, and research. So in this media, we are able to see job opportunities that suits our profession. So the third one is social media photo and video sharing. So it allows users to upload photos through Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, while videos through YouTube. So these media are very common these days because most of these media are what we are using, such as Facebook. We are using this every day, right? To post our videos, to share our stories, and to, of course, communicate with other people as well. So I know that you are very familiar to this one. So the next is microblogging and blogging website. So sometimes it is called the Presence app. So these services let users post every short messages like blogging and easily keep up with their friends are posting. So the most common or popular microblogging service that limits to 280 characters per post is Twitter. So another popular social media app is Snapchat, which is video based. So the last type of social media is social media review websites. So these media shows how social reviews can make or break a company or an organization, such as Amazon and eBay, where we can share our opinions about the products that we bought online and rate them, also share our feedbacks regarding the product. Media Information Literacy, or MIL. So it is a combination of knowledge, attitudes, skills, and practices required to access, analyze, evaluate, use, produce, and communicate information and knowledge in creative, legal, and ethical ways that respect human rights. So, the purpose of this is that it enables us people to show and make informed judgments as users of information and media. So, as well as to become skillful creators and produce of information and media messages. Aspects of MIL. According to Reineck and Lublensky 2015, that MIL is the optimal outcome of media, information, and communication technology, or ICT. Education along three aspects, so technical skills, critical attitudes, and facts about media and ICT. Now, according to back 1996, that it included compositional skills in its media competence model that involves creating new kinds of media content, encouraging self determination, and increasing individuals' chances for participation. And according to Mueller 2009, that summarized the facets of MIL from the user perspective, emphasizing media consumers in identifying news and understanding media's role in reshaping the global issues. And according to Grove in 2002, pointed out that the importance of knowledge of the inner workings and effects of media. Also, according to UNESCO's 2011, that MIL curriculum delves into accessing information effectively and efficiently as an aspect put into practice. So that would be my report. Thank you so much for listening.
Good day, everyone. I am Lordy Mikanyeti Kulagbang, and today I will be discussing two subtopics, which are the seven dimensions of media information literacy and the advantage and disadvantage of media. So, first is the seven dimensions of media information literacy. So, the first one is the tool literacy. This is the ability to understand and use practical and conceptual tools of current information technology, including software, hardware, and multimedia that are relevant to education and the areas of work and professional life. So, this is the ability to use contemporary technology such as computers, software, and multimedia tools, which are essential and helpful for education, work, and performing your job effectively. So, this skill includes understanding and utilizing the modern technology tools that are essential nowadays. It covers first software. It is the proficiency in using applications such as Word, PowerPoint presentation, Canva, and other educational programs which are vital for creating, analyzing, and managing information. Next is hardware. It is about understanding how to use and fix devices like computers, tablets, smartphones, and printers. And last is the multimedia. It is about using videos, pictures, and audio files to make presentations, learning materials, and other content. So, multimedia is basically combining software and hardware into creating a presentations and other content. So, the second dimension of the media information literacy is the resource literacy. This is the ability to understand the form, format, location, and access method of information resources. Resource literacy means knowing how information is arranged, where to find it, and how to access it easily. Resource literacy encompasses the ability to effectively navigate diverse and variety of information resources, including understanding their organization, locating information, and accessing it effectively. And the third dimension of media information literacy is the social structural literacy. This is knowing how information is situated and produced, fits into the life of groups about the institutions and social networks. Social literacy means understanding how information is influenced by social factors like culture, institution, and networks. And also, it talks about how it relates to different groups within society. Social structural literacy is crucial or helpful because it acknowledges that information is not objective data, but is shaped by the context of which it exists. By understand but is shaped by the context in which it exists. By understanding these social influences, we can better comprehend the biases and the inequalities inherent in information dissemination, leading to a more informed and critical arrangement within societal issue. So the fourth one is the research literacy. It is the ability to understand and use IT-based tools relevant to the work of researchers and scholars that include computer software for quantitative analysis, qualitative analysis, and simulation. Research literacy means being good at using computer programs that help researchers and scholars to do their work. These programs can analyze numbers, understand written information, and stimulate different situations. They help people collect, study, and explain data to learn more about their subjects. The fifth dimension of media information literacy is the publishing literacy. It is the ability to format and publish researchers and ideas electronically in textual and multimedia forms. Publishing literacy involves being skilled at formatting and sharing research and ideas electronically using different formats like text, images, and videos to reach a broader audience and contribute to knowledge in a specific field. So, the sixth dimension of media information literacy is the emerging technology literacy. It is the ability to adapt to, understand, evaluate, and use emerging innovations in information technology. Emerging technology literacy means being able to adjust to, comprehend, assess, and utilize new advancement in information technology. It involves staying updated with the latest technological developments, understanding their potential uses, and effectively integrating them into different situations to improve productivity, solve problems, and innovations. The seventh dimension of media information literacy is the critical literacy. It is the ability to evaluate critically the intellectual, human, and social strengths and weaknesses, potential and limits, benefits, and costs of information technologies. Critical literacy means being able to carefully assess the intellectual, human, and social aspect of information technology. This includes understanding their strength, weaknesses, potential, and limitations, as well as considering their benefits and drawbacks to individuals and society. This enables individuals to make informed judgments about how technology affect different aspects of life. So let's proceed to the next subtopic, which is the advantages and disadvantages of media. Media are powerful tools of communication which entail positive and negative impacts. Media is a strong way to communicate with both good and bad effects. In my report, we will dive into how media can shape ideas, share information, and bring people together. But we will also see how it can spread false information, control people's opinion, and cause harm. By understanding both sides, I hope that you can learn more about media, how media can affect our lives. So the first advantages is media educates people on health matters, environmental conservation, and other through various forms. Media teaches people about health, protecting the environment, and other important topics using different methods like news, documentaries, and educational shows. This can help people learn and care more about the important issues. So, how can this happen? This happens because media outlets create content like news articles, TV shows, and documentaries that explain important topics like health and environmental conservation in ways that people can understand. They use visuals, stories, and experts' opinion to make information interesting and easy to grasp. When people see or read these pieces, they learn more about the topics and why they are important. So let's proceed to the next advantages, which is people get the latest world news in a very short time regardless of distance. People can quickly find out about the latest world news no matter where they are, thanks to technology. They just need to use their phones or computers to get updates on what's happening around the globe. This helps people stay informed even if they are far away from where the news is happening. So the next advantages is people can bring out their hidden talents in multimedia and visual arts, comedy, acting, dancing, and singing. People can discover and show their hidden talents in various ways like multimedia, comedy, acting, dancing, and singing. These activities let them express themselves, share their passions, and connect with others. Whether it's creating art, telling jokes, performing, or singing, these outlets will allow people to be creative and connect with audience. A perfect example of this is TikTok. People or content creators create skits that are entertaining to the viewers. In this way, they can not just show their talent as well as entertaining people. So, the fourth advantage is media increases knowledge learned from quiz programs, educational shows, and other information giving programs. So, media helps people learn more through quiz programs, educational shows, and other informative broadcasts. These programs offer valuable information on different topics, making it easier for viewers to expand their understanding of various subjects. Whether it's through trivia contests, detailed documentaries, or interviews with experts, Media platforms serve as a useful educational tools allowing audience to gain new insights and knowledge. So the fifth advantage is people feel convenient in accessing information through mobile phone. So this only means that people find it easy to access information using mobile phones. The click of their hand, they can now access to various different information. So the sixth advantage is they become a vehicle promoting products toward increase. So they serve as a means to promote products and ultimately boost sales. So example of this is TikTok, where they can sell online, do live to promote and sell their product. They can also affiliate to different brands. In this way, through media, they earn money through online selling. So the seventh advantages is they serve as a good source of entertainment. Media platforms like TV, streaming services, and social media like Facebook are great for entertainment. They offer lots of different things to watch and play, like movies, shows, and funny videos. For example, Netflix and Hulu have a ton of movies and shows to watch whenever you want. And on YouTube and TikTok, you can find lots of funny videos and challenges to keep you entertained. So basically, these platforms are really good at keeping people entertained in their free time. The eight advantages is the television allows electronic duplication of information that reduces mass education costing. So TV helps share lots of information to many people at once, which makes teaching lots of people cheaper. For example, shows like Cocomelon, Blippi, Blue's Clues, and more. This shows teaches kids things like reading and counting on TV. So many kids learn at once without needing lots of expensive books or teachers. So the next advantage is media leads to the diffusion of diverse cultures and cultural practices. Media, like TV and the internet, shares a lot of different cultures and how they do things with more people. This helps everyone learn about and understand different ways of life from the world. So in this way, when people visit different places or countries, they will not be culture shocked because they already know how and why do the people in that place do that certain practices. So last advantage is they help people around the world understand each other and respect differences. TV shows, movies, and the internet help people from all over the world get along better by showing them how others live and think. So this helps everyone appreciate each other's differences and be nicer to one another. So that's all the advantages of media for us consumers. And of course, there's the other side of this, which is the disadvantages or the bad effects of media to us people. So, first is they lead to individualism. Spending too much time on the internet and watching television usually impedes socialization with friends, family, and others. So, spending lots of time on the internet or watching TV can make people more focused on themselves and less interested in hanging out with friends, families, or others. This might mean they don't spend as much time chatting or doing things together in person. As a result, individuals may become more isolated and less engaged in communal activities, potentially hindering the development of strong interpersonal relationships and social bonds. So, second is some media contents are not suitable for children. Certain media contents like movies, TV shows, and video games may not be appropriate for children due to themes, language, or scenes that are too mature or intense for their age. It's important for parents and caregivers or nannies to monitor what children are exposed to and ensure they consume content that is suitable for their age and maturity level. So it is essential, or it is a must, that parents or guardians should check the videos or the media content that their child are using to. So the third is a newspaper is geographically selective. A newspaper usually talks about things that happens in a certain area. This selectivity means that the content of a newspaper is tailored to the interests and concerns of the local community it serves. It covers local news, events, politics, culture, and other topics that are pertinent to the area's residents. This helps in keeping people informed about what's happening in their own neighborhood, city, or region. So next is increase in advertisement in televisions and radio makes them less attractive. So the fourth disadvantages is the increase in advertisement in television and radio makes them less attractive. So the increase in advertisement on television and radio often makes these media less appealing due to several factors. Ads interrupt the content, breaking the immersion and continuity of shows or music, leading to a less enjoyable experience. Frequent and repetitive ads can become annoying, causing frustrations among viewers and listeners. Longer ad breaks means less time for actual content, reducing the value of the media. An overload of advertisement can overshadow the main content, making the medium feel more commercial and less substantive. These factors can drive audience to seek alternative platforms with fewer or new ads, such as streaming services or ad-free subscription. The fifth disadvantage is the internet can be a possible way for scams, fraud, and hacking. The internet is useful but can be dangerous because of scams, fraud, and hacking. Scammers trick people into giving personal information or money through fake emails and websites. Hackers use malware and other methods to steal data or cause problems. Fraud schemes like fake investments and identity theft take advantage of people's trust. To stay safe, it's important to be careful, use strong security practices, and stay aware of online threats. The sixth disadvantage is media can be addictive that may result in people's decreased productivity. Being addicted to media like social media, video games, and streaming services can lower the productivity by taking up too much time and attention. This addiction makes it hard to focus, reducing the amount and quality of work, and leads to procrastination. Constant use of media also affects memory and decision making, making it harder to concentrate and manage time well. As a result, people become less productive at work and in their personal life. So the seventh disadvantage is they can cause health hazards such as radiation effects, poor eyesight, hearing defects, and others. Extended use of electronic devices can result in health problems like eye strain and sleep disturbance due to blue light exposure. Exposure to radiation, whether from medical procedures or environmental sources, can lead to cellular damage and potentially increase the risk of cancer. Loud noises are also linked to hearing loss and other auditory issues. Taking precautions and limiting exposures can help reduce these health risks significantly. And the eighth disadvantage is they may induce drugs and alcohol use. Electronic devices can potentially lead to a higher rates of drug and alcohol use, influenced by factors like social media, online advertisement, and using digital engagement as a means of stress reliever. So next is they can lead to personal injury by imitating the stunts showcased in media. Media like movie shows often shows exciting stunts and extreme actions. When people, especially young ones, try to copy these stunts without the right training or safety gear, or they can get seriously hurt. And last is they can ruin reputation through an anonymous account, malicious scandals, false accusations, and rumors. Anonymous accounts on social media can spread lies and false stories about someone. These false accusations and rumors can ruin a person's reputation. Malicious scandals can also be created and shared widely, making it hard for the truth to be known. The victim may struggle to clear their name because the information spreads quickly. This can lead to lasting damage to their personal, emotional, social, and professional life. So, as you can see, media is a powerful means of communication with both positive and negative impacts. So, my report underscores how media can shape perceptions, share information, and connect people while also considering its potential for spreading misinformation, influencing opinions, and causing harms. By examining this aspect, we aim to better understand the effects of media on society. So that's all for my report.
Good morning, everyone. I am John Malson Ibohol, and I am here to discuss assessing and evaluating media literacy work. So, just like any student's output, media-oriented work should also be evaluated to assess quality based on standards. Students need regular feedback to be able to reflect on their progress and develop mastery, and that would remind them that it is important part of the course. So just like any traditional output, students' work should be evaluated, and for that, student needs to hear that feedback so that they can reflect on that criticism, so that they can improve a certain aspect of their work, so that in the future it become more and more polished. However, for some teachers, creating assessment and evaluation tools for media education is more challenging than traditional means due to the lack of technical skills. This is due to the fact that there are many educators that have been born in the later parts where technology has yet to be prevalent. So, over time, they they did not integrate to technology, but rather they had to cope with that technology and had to learn the skills in accessing uh, technology and media. Also, it is because media education is all about finding the right questions to ask rather than learning previously determined answers. So, unlike in a traditional sense where the answers are already a given, in in media literacy, you need to find the right questions to ask rather than learning those answers. So, your questions must be relevant to the content of the students output. You do not have to base it on traditional books, as it does not help in determining whether the output is relevant. In Canada's Center for Digital Media Literacy, prescribed two important steps in creating objectives, comprehensive and meaningful assessments and evaluation tools for media literacy work, namely, by using a rubric to assess work of students, and two, by framing the expectations within the rubric in terms of key concepts of media literacy. So by using a rubric, that is in a traditional sense, in media sense, where that is needed. You need to keep the relevance of that topic. So, in the sense of media literacy, the rubric must be also relevant to it. Let's say, the credibility of the sources, the cohesiveness, if it has been it has if AI has been integrated, whether you should learn, you should know if it has been or not. So by framing and expectations, you have setting that standard so that the students may strive hard to reach that standard on their quality of their output. Let's say if an output needs to have uh, a certain amount of content, then you can put that in your rubric. So in general, media literacy works can be evaluated in three ways. Based on how well a student understands the key concepts of media literacy and the specific concepts and ideas being explored in the lesson. So this part is how explains that students should be evaluated on how well they understand their topic, not just in the surface level, but they have the initiative to go beyond the lesson, but while also being connected on it. Number two, based on the depth and quality of the student's inquiry and analysis of the question raised in the lesson, as well as her thoughtfulness in identifying issues and questions to examine. So correlation with number one, based it it involves the expertise of the student in that manner, where he may raise questions and present analysis using her thoughtfulness in that topic. So number three, based on how well the students apply specific technical skills associated with their medium being studied, movies, TV, video games, etc. The medium used in the evaluation tool or both. So, this way tackles more on the technical aspect. So like, how well can a student present his video and how well edited is this? And also, when he or she is studying that specific medium, he may display a skill, or like say video games. When he presents something like video games, he must have that familiar outlook of the game and not just have an alienated point of view. However, whenever any form of media is being utilized, there should be a reflection at the end by asking students how media form has shaped their thinking, decision-making, analysis, choices, and value and interrelationships. Thus, media educators base their teachings on key concepts for media literacy, which provides an effective foundation for examining mass media and popular culture. So, when you say I at the end there is always a reflection. You can ask the student how does technology affected us in this modern society? How well is technology integrated in schools? You can ask those various questions that may have a social issue regarding technology and the users, we humans. There are concepts that acts as filters that any media text has to go through in order to critically respond. So here is one. Media are constructions. Media products are created by individuals who make conscious and unconscious choices about what to include and how to present it. It can access students' understanding of how media product was created and analysis of creators' belief or assumptions reflected on that context. So, let us say this in an artwork sense. The media is the artwork and the producer is the artist. And the artist may present his artwork in a sense that may reflect upon his beliefs. So, the users should know that media are constructions and they are based on how the creator modeled it. Second, The audience negotiates meaning. The meaning of any product is the collaboration between the producer and the audience. It can assess students' understanding of concepts and the elements in relevant medium or product. So, in this sense, the audience interprets the media that is presented. They will try to understand what the author seems to imply, and the author need, is has presented his work for the audience to scrutinize or to evaluate. Media have commercial implication. Since most media production is a business, it makes profit and it belongs to a powerful network of corporations that exert influence on content distribution. It can assess students' knowledge and understanding of the commercial factors influencing in the creation of media products and analysis of how media product is influenced by commercial factors or the owner. So, by media have commercial implications, this can be seen that, let's say, Twitter or X or Facebook, Instagram, they are designed to collect data from its users. Where, for example, if a user search for this certain type of brand, the moment they go back to that platform, they will be barraged with ads related to that related to the brand they have searched a while ago, because that the platform knows that you are interested, and in that way, media corporations like Facebook sells your data to companies in order to gain profit. Medias have social and political implications. Media convey ideological messages about values, power, authority, and they can have a significant influence on what people may think and believe. It can access students' knowledge and understanding of how this medium communicates ideas and values. So, in any aspect, political implications in media and social media is unavoidable. So depending on the user, they may follow, let's say, vloggers or politicians that may suit their ideology. Say, if the if the user is a Democrat, then he will follow Democratic politicians. If liberal, then liberal politicians, and so on and so on. Lastly, each medium has a unique aesthetic form. The content of media depends in part of the nature of the medium, that includes technical, commercial, and storytelling demands. It can access students' knowledge and understanding the technical elements of the medium and the tropes, cliché, codes, and conventions of the medium in general. So, here, by figuring out the aesthetic form, the student can assess the idea or the sense of that structure of the platform where it is integrated to its user, and how it is correlated to what the user is demanding to know, or what are his or her preferences. So that would be the end of the discussion. Thank you for listening.
A pleasant day to each and everyone. I am Christian Jude, and I will be discussing about the integration of media literacy in the curriculum. Although media literacy is now a part of the curriculum, there are still a lot of factors to consider. And according to Lynch 2018, he presents 6 ways to integrate media literacy into the classroom for students to become media literate while making media education a meaningful and integrated part of classroom practice. The first one is teach students to evaluate media. Teaching students to evaluate media means equipping them with the skills and knowledge to critically analyze and assess various forms of media, such as identifying bias and perspective, assessing credibility and sources, analyzing techniques and intentions, and digital literacy. By developing these skills, students are able to navigate the complex media landscape, make informed decisions, and engage in media creation responsibility. The second one is show students where to find digital resources and databases. Teachers should provide students with reliable and safe media sources and trustworthy content. This also means equipping students with the knowledge and skills to effectively locate, evaluate, and use various digital resources for research and learning. The third one is compare or contrast various media sources. And this means analyzing and evaluating different sources of information to identify similarities and differences in how they present news, stories, or data. This is important to allow students to engage with various media and explore more ways. Number 4. Discuss how the media edits and alters. This refers to understanding and analyzing the ways in which media content is manipulated or shaped before it reaches the audience. Understanding how and why media is edited and altered helps to identify potential biases, recognize misinformation, and appreciate complexities of media production. Number 5. Examine the truth in advertisements. This means critically analyzing and evaluating advertisements to understand the accuracy and honesty of the claims they make. And lastly, number 6, having students create media. This means encouraging students to actively produce various forms of media content. This involves tasks like writing articles, making videos, designing infographics, recording podcasts, or creating social media posts. So, those were the 6 ways, according to Lynch, to integrate media literacy into the classroom for students to become media literate while making media education a meaningful and integrated part of the classroom practice. The next topic that I'm going to discuss about is media skills. Although this is given little emphasis in the classroom, Hobbs and Frost 1994 presents the skills that students are able to possess with the media they use in class. The first one is reflect on and analyze their own media consumption habits. The second one is identify the author, purpose, and point of view in films, commercials, television and radio programs, magazine, and newspaper editorials and advertising. The third one is identify the range of production techniques that are used to communicate opinions and shape audiences' response. Number 4. Identify and evaluate the quality of media's representation of the world by examining patterns, stereotyping, emphasis, and omission in print and television news and other media. Number 5. Appreciate the economic underpinnings of mass media industries to make distinctions between those media which sell audiences to advertisers and those which do not. Number 6. Understand how media economics shape message content. And the last one is gain familiarity and experience in using mass media tools for personal expression and communication and for purposes of social and political advocacy. And that will be all for my reporting. Thank you for listening and Godspeed.